Amy Thompson from Create, Build, Inspire. I'm here today with a good friend of mine, Denise Boyko, who has Boyko Fitness, and I've seen her grow and develop. She's exploded. She's done so well. I can't believe I get a chance to interview her today and share everything that she's been up to with you. Here she is. Hi, Denise. How are you?
Hi, Amy. How are you? It's been a long time since I've seen you, so I'm really happy that you're here.
Good. I am ecstatic that I get to do this with you. So, what is it that you love to do?
What I love to do? I love to inspire people with fitness and healthy eating and really their mindset as well. Because when it comes down to it, fitness and nutrition, it comes to the mindset first. They have to change how they're thinking. And it's a lot about thinking positive about themselves and visualizing themselves to be the person they want to be.
Right. And for everything, it really all comes down to mindset. Some days for myself, I don't even want to get up in the morning. And I have that yes, no thought, do I really have to do this? And then I can switch my mindset to the excitement out of what's going to happen because I'm getting up to do the things that I'm going to do. And in that moment that you switch your mindset, you get up and do it. So I imagine it's the same with exercise.
It is so true. You can easily talk yourself out of doing things. And especially for myself, it's early in the morning. A lot of people don't have that type of discipline to get up that early in the morning. But I do tell them, I said, you can change that just with your thinking. And if you really want it bad enough, you can change it.
Do you recommend anything like, I know when I went through something that was very difficult to shift, I got into self-hypnosis. Do you recommend anything like that, or are you hesitant to?
Not necessarily. I'm open to anything that's going to help people change their mindset. And for me, it's more of maybe this meditation and speaking things constantly to themselves.
Right.
Just affirmations.
Affirmations. I do know a lot about affirmations.
Yes, you do. And that part I love, and I try to tell people on a daily basis with my clients. I try to encourage them to say these affirmations, of course, when they're alone, so that nobody thinks that they're kind of crazy, but just tell themselves these things all the time, that you deserve to be healthy. You deserve the body that you would like. You deserve all the happiness. And a lot of people, when they're coming to me, they're not happy with their body shape. They're not happy just in general because they don't feel good.
Right.
So inspiring them to visualize themselves in it as they would like to be kind of helps them keep working towards their goals.
Right. And you know how you were just talking about people feeling that they deserve to be healthy and deserve to be attractive? How many of your clients do you find, or not even your clients, but how many people do you find don't feel they deserve the healthy body and the beautiful image that they want?
Oh my gosh, so many people.
It's catastrophic, isn't it?
It is. And we can self-sabotage so much. You get to a point where you're happy with yourself, you're happy with your image, and then we sabotage ourselves again. And then we find ourselves in that same position again and having to work to build yourself up again. It's that yo-yo that we get going, especially with diets and people losing weight. They go through this yo-yo that they start to feel good, and then it'll last for a little while, and then they start just letting those things slide again, feeling in their comfort zone.
Right.
Because really, when they're changing their habits, changing their lifestyle, it's uncomfortable for them.
Oh yeah.
So they slowly slide back into those old ways again and find themselves stuck in that same position again. And that's where we're finding, that's why people are jumping on the bandwagon in January again, because they started in January of the last year and then they did great. And then all of a sudden it started to slide again. and then they find themselves back with us again in January the next year, you know. And so they go through those yo-yos, and I totally get it because I've been there and I've done it myself. So I can totally understand and relate to people when they've come to me and asked for help. And it's nice that I can relate to them.
Definitely. So is that your biggest gift you think at this point in your life you have to contribute to the world? We go through changes through our lives, and I know we all have several gifts to contribute. But at this point in your life, is that what you feel your biggest contribution to people and the world is?
My biggest gift right now, if I can inspire even one person who is really self-conscious, doesn't have any self-esteem, is overweight, to come out of their shell, to lose the weight, to have that self-confidence again and build that again, or maybe they didn't ever have it and to all of a sudden have it and feel comfortable in their own skin. If it's only one person, even that alone, that would just warm my heart.
That's awesome.
That would be very inspiring for me.
That's excellent. Now, do you do a lot with meal planning for people?
Not necessarily. We talk with my clients, we're talking food as we're working out as well. I'm always asking them how they're doing with their food, because for me, a lot of times they say it's, people will say it's 80% diet, 20% exercise. Well, it's not. I don't consider it 80%. It's 100% diet and it's 100% exercise.
That's like a relationship. It's
Exactly.
100% one part and 100% another. And if it's not 100 and 100, it doesn't work.
Exactly. So that's the way it should work.
That's awesome. And if you had one piece of advice that you could give anyone who wants to be healthier, look good, what would it be? Other than come see you, of course.
Yes, come see me, of course, but just changing your mindset. Just thinking a different way and thinking of it as a healthy lifestyle and not a diet and not this monotonous plan. I have to go and exercise 2-3 times a week, and think of it as doing something awesome for your body, and then changing your mindset to think this is a lifestyle change. And that's the hardest part for people to get. It's not just a quick fix. You have to think of it as a healthy lifestyle change.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed is some people won't want to change their body image because of someone else. And if anybody's doing it for or because of someone else, it's not going to be sincere and long lasting. It has to be for them. So if you can probably say this as well, but if somebody wants to lose weight and look good, it's got to be for them, and they have to realize that they deserve it and it's theirs.
Exactly. And that's a very important too. That's a good point, because it can't be for somebody else. Mm-mm. It will not last. And there again, that's where you go through the yo-yo stuff again, and a lot of times it's really not genuinely for themselves.
Right.
And so that's where they have to change their mindset again.
So thank you so much. This is the part of the video that I come around and we do silly pictures together and we say bye to everybody.
All right, sounds like fun.
Again, this is Amy Thompson from Create, Build, Inspire, here with Denise Boyko from Boyko Fitness. An absolutely fantastic interview with a lot of good stuff.
Thanks, Amy. That was fun.
It's so good to see you. And I got to show you guys something too, okay? But first we have to make a bunch of silly faces. Are you ready?
Okay. All right.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This was so cool. When I showed up to Denise's house today, I walked in the door and there was a plaque with a picture on it. Happens to be a picture I drew, one of my Affirming Arts images. And do you want to tell them how this came to be plaqued?
Yes, Amy gave this to me, and actually a lot of all of the students actually at Think and Grow Rich. This picture inspires me. When I started my business and I set up my office, this was a piece that I had to have plaqued and I had in my office. This piece of artwork is one of my favorites, and I've also given some to my grandson as well. He has the same picture in his bedroom. Love it.
I love that you love it, and I was so happy to see it when I came in today.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, this is Amy Thompson again. I'm here with my friend Denise Boyko. I did an interview with her earlier today, and I want to just put a little ad on the end of it because she is just, oh my God, how do I say it? One of the most inspiring people I've ever met in my entire life. She did a fitness model competition, and she is her early 50s. Okay, so for anybody to take that on, that's a huge challenge in itself. But I want her to share with you the mindset that she had to develop, and also some of the things that she went through, and just some of the tips that she might have for you, because it's truly inspiring what she's gone through. All right, Denise, what was it like, and what was your motivation to do that competition?
What was it like? Oh my gosh, I went through ups and downs through that whole process. Emotions were fear, I'm not good enough, I'm not fit enough, I'm too old. That was the biggest thing at first, was I'm too old. My first phone call was to the CEO of Fitness Star International, and I had to ask him who or what was the oldest age of a competitor in the show that was coming up. And when he said 55, I just did a little fist pump and said, okay, I'm in.
Right,
So
what if he had said 60?
I still would have been in.
What about 70?
I still would have been in.
What if it was 30?
30? I still would have been in.
Good for you.
You know, I had to set aside my fears because it was something that I wanted to do when I was in my 30s, and it just didn't have, well, the fear was there, really. The fear was there, and the self-confidence. I just really didn't think that I could do it at that point. And last year, I think, was all about facing fears and doing new things. So that was something that I needed to get off my bucket list. It was something on the bucket list, and so I just went for it.
I met you last year, and I got to experience you facing your fears. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share one of the stories about how we met, specifically when you stood up to speak, and also about what's coming up for you, another fear you're going to be facing?
Yes. Amy and I met in a course at Think and Grow Rich, at the Think and Grow Rich Institute, and we became good friends through that. I was asked to stand up and speak from a friend that was also involved in the Think and Grow Rich. Was kind of, I felt that he was kind of picking on me and called me up a couple times, but I didn't mind because it was great. It just forced me to get up there, and he asked me to come up and speak, and I had to give my thoughts, and I was so nervous. I was sweating, like I could just feel my whole body was sweating. And I got up and apparently I did okay. I couldn't really remember what exactly I said, but I had to ask everybody how did it sound? Did I sound like I did that okay? Did it make sense? And they said I did fine. So, just getting up there that couple times was really helping me, push me to get over those fears. And so since then, I have joined Toastmasters. So now I'm trying to learn how to public speak because it's one of my biggest fears again. So I'm facing that fear. And recently I was asked to do a speaking competition, which again, the fears came up and I'm going, I'm not good enough to do that. But in the next breath, I'm just saying, why not? Why not do it? Just face those fears and do it. Get over it.
Exactly. Why not? And get over it.
And get over it.
Just to let you know, you actually spoke fantastically.
Awesome.
I wouldn't have known that you were afraid, except for I saw you sweating and procrastinating and stalling to get up there.
Oh, yes.
But if it weren't for that, you came across very professional.
I was kind of hiding at the back of the class and going, please don't pick me, please don't pick me.
Perfect. So if you had any advice for anybody, I'm assuming it would be to face your fears?
That and believe in yourself. Last year, I was driving home from the gym one day, and it was one of those moments where I was actually struggling with my own thoughts and not in a very good mood, I guess, and I needed to pick myself up and change my thinking, which a lot of times you find you have to do in the mornings, changing your thinking and starting the day off with a positive thought. Well, all I could think about was believing in myself and facing those fears. I need to believe in myself to face those fears. So that morning on my way home, I decided I wanted a tattoo done. And this was done for me that day. I decided I was having it done. I booked it and went in the afternoon. Now this is something that I get to look at every morning to remind myself, just believe in myself.
Mm-hmm. And I love how you've got the different colors, so it says be
you and just be you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a constant reminder for me, and I love it.
That's
One
awesome.
of my favorite.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, and thanks.
You're welcome. Say goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for interviewing again.
You're welcome.